Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learn English 24 channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Lily.
Hello, Lily. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here.
I already feel excited.
Alex, before we start today's topic, please introduce yourself to our listeners.
Of course, my name is Alex. I'm an English teacher and a lifelong language learner, just like you. I love podcasts, storytelling, and making English feel natural and enjoyable. And Lily, I'm very happy to be learning and teaching together with you.
We're happy to have you, Alex. And listeners, today we have an interesting and famous topic. We will talk about Donald Trump, a politician and businessman.
Yes, today's lesson is about a very well-known public figure. While listening, try to focus on vocabulary, pronunciation, and expressions. You don't need to agree or disagree, just listen and learn English.
Exactly. Our goal is English learning, not debate. So, Alex, let's begin by introducing Donald Trump in simple English.
Donald Trump is an American businessman, television personality, and politician. He is one of the most famous and talked about people in the world. Many people know his name even if they don't follow politics.
That's true. Alex, let's go back to the beginning. Where was Donald Trump born?
Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in New York City in the United States. His full name is Donald John Trump.
Listeners, let's pause for vocabulary. Born means the day someone comes into the world. Full name means a person's complete name.
Donald Trump grew up in a wealthy family. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer. Real estate means buying, selling, and managing buildings and land.
So Donald Trump learned about business from a young age.
Exactly. As a child, he lived in a big city and saw many buildings, apartments, and construction projects. This environment influenced his future career.
Alex, where did he study?
Donald Trump attended the New York Military Academy when he was young. Later, he studied economics at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania.
Economics is the study of money, business, and how countries manage resources. That's an important word for our listeners.
Yes. After finishing his education, Donald Trump joined his father's company. He worked in real estate and focused on big projects in New York City.
He became known for building tall buildings, hotels, and luxury apartments.
That's right. One of his most famous buildings is Trump Tower in New York City. It's a tall skyscraper with offices, apartments, and shops.
Listeners, skyscraper means a very tall building, usually in a city.
Donald Trump also became famous for his personality. He spoke confidently, sometimes loudly, and often talked about success, winning, and power.
And this personality helped him become a media figure.
Yes. In the early 2000s, Donald Trump became even more famous through television. He hosted a reality TV show called The Apprentice.
Many people around the world learned his famous phrase, "You're fired."
Exactly. You're fired means you lost your job. This phrase became part of popular culture.
Alex, let's help listeners with a listening tip. When you hear famous phrases, try to copy the pronunciation and rhythm.
Great advice, Lily. Now, let's talk about how Donald Trump moved from business into politics.
This is where his life changed direction.
Yes. For many years, Donald Trump talked about politics, but in 2015, he officially announced that he would run for president of the United States.
To run for president means to compete in an election to become president.
His campaign was very different from traditional politicians. He spoke directly, used simple language, and held large public events.
Some people supported him strongly and others strongly disagreed, but everyone was talking about him.
That's right. In 2016, Donald Trump won the presidential election, and became the 45th President of the United States.
Listeners, election means a process where people vote to choose a leader.
Donald Trump served as president from 2017 to 2021. During this time, he made many decisions, gave many speeches, and stayed in the news almost every day.
Whether people liked him or not, he changed the way many people think about politics and communication.
Yes, and from an English learning point of view, his speeches are often studied because they use simple words, repetition, and strong emotion.
Emotion is very important in language learning.
Absolutely. Emotion helps memory. When you feel something, surprise, humor, curiosity, you remember words better.
That's why today's topic is helpful for English learners.
In the next part, we will talk more about Donald Trump's communication style, vocabulary from his speeches, and how learners can practice English using real-life examples.
So stay with us, relax, and enjoy learning English step by step.
You're doing great, listeners. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race.
Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of today's lesson. Alex, now let's talk about Donald Trump's communication style.
Great idea, Lily. Donald Trump is known for a very clear and simple way of speaking. He often uses short sentences and repeats key ideas.
Listeners, repeat means to say something again. Repetition helps people remember words and ideas.
For example, Donald Trump often uses words like great, tremendous, winning, and strong. These words express confidence and emotion.
Emotion is feeling, like happiness, anger, excitement, or pride.
Exactly. When people speak with emotion, listeners pay more attention. This is a great lesson for English learners. Simple words can still be powerful.
Alex, many English learners are afraid to speak because they think their sentences must be perfect.
That's true, Lily. But Donald Trump's speeches show that perfect grammar is not always necessary to communicate clearly.
Listeners, this is important. Communication is about being understood, not being perfect.
Yes. Another interesting thing about Donald Trump is how he tells stories. He often talks about himself, his experiences, and his opinions.
Storytelling is a great way to learn English. When you tell stories, you practice past tense, feelings, and opinions.
For example, Trump often says things like, "I met many people," or "I saw something amazing." These are simple past tense sentences.
Let's pause and help listeners. I met is past tense of meet. I saw is past tense of see.
Good job, Lily. Now, let's talk about some useful vocabulary related to politics and leadership.
Yes, but don't worry, listeners. We'll keep it simple.
One common word is leader. A leader is a person who guides or directs others.
Another word is decision. A decision is a choice you make after thinking.
Donald Trump often talked about making big decisions. This phrase means important choices.
Alex, what about the word support?
Good question. Support means to agree with or help someone. People who support a politician are called supporters.
And people who disagree are called opponents.
Exactly. Learning these words helps you understand news, podcasts, and conversations.
Alex, Donald Trump also used humor sometimes. Can humor help language learning?
Absolutely. Humor makes learning fun and reduces stress. When you laugh, your brain is relaxed and open to learning.
That's why we try to add fun moments in our lessons.
Yes. Another thing about Donald Trump is his confidence. Even when people criticized him, he continued speaking confidently.
Confidence is believing in yourself.
For English learners, confidence is more important than speed. Speak slowly, clearly, and confidently.
Listeners, don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are teachers.
Well said, Lily. Now, let's talk briefly about Donald Trump after his presidency.
After leaving office in 2021, he remained a public figure.
Yes, he continued giving speeches, attending events, and staying active in business and media.
This shows that public figures often have many roles in life.
Exactly. Businessman, politician, speaker, and media personality.
Listeners, this is great vocabulary practice. Try to describe people you know using roles: teacher, student, parent, friend.
That's a great exercise. Now, before we move to the next part, let's summarize.
Today, we learned about Donald Trump's communication style, simple vocabulary, emotion, confidence, and storytelling.
And we learned that simple English can still be strong English.
In the next part, we'll focus more on life lessons, English expressions, and how to practice speaking using today's topic.
Stay relaxed, keep listening, and enjoy the process.
Welcome back, everyone. This is part 3 of our lesson. Alex, now let's focus on life lessons and English expressions we can learn from today's topic.
Great, Lily. One important life lesson from Donald Trump's story is persistence. Persistence means continuing even when things are difficult.
Listeners, repeat after me. Persistence.
Donald Trump faced many challenges in business and politics. Sometimes he succeeded and sometimes he failed, but he continued.
Failure means not succeeding, but failure is not the end. It's part of learning.
Exactly. This is very similar to learning English. Sometimes you forget words, make mistakes, or feel confused.
But if you continue, you improve.
Another useful expression Donald Trump often used is think big.
Think big means to have big goals and dreams.
For English learners, thinking big could mean imagining yourself speaking English confidently one day.
Alex, let's give listeners a speaking practice idea.
Sure. Listeners, try this sentence. I am learning English because I want to think big.
Very nice. Another important expression is never give up.
This phrase means to continue even when something is hard.
Listeners, this is a powerful phrase. Never give up on your English.
Donald Trump often talked about winning. The word win means to succeed or achieve a goal.
But winning doesn't always mean being number one.
Exactly. For English learners, winning can mean understanding a podcast, speaking one sentence, or learning 5 new words.
Every small success is a win.
Now let's talk about tone of voice. Donald Trump often speaks with a strong tone.
Tone is how your voice sounds: soft, strong, happy, or serious.
Tone helps express meaning. You can say the same sentence in different tones and change the meaning.
For example, I'm learning English. You can say it proudly, quietly, or excitedly.
Great example. Practicing tone will make your English sound more natural.
Alex, what about body language?
Good point. Body language is how we use our hands, face, and posture when speaking.
Donald Trump often uses hand movements when he talks.
Yes, and this helps express confidence and emphasis.
Listeners, when you practice speaking English, try using simple hand movements. It can help you feel more confident.
Now let's do a short listening and repetition practice.
I'll say a sentence first. I am improving my English step by step.
Listeners, repeat that sentence out loud.
Great job. Alex, say another one.
Simple English can be strong English.
Excellent. Remember, clarity is more important than complexity.
Another lesson from today's topic is being yourself.
Donald Trump has a very unique style. He doesn't try to sound like everyone else.
And English learners don't need to sound like native speakers immediately.
Your accent is part of who you are.
Focus on being clear, not perfect.
That's a very important message.
Now let's talk about daily practice.
Yes, learning English is better when you practice a little every day.
You can listen to podcasts, repeat sentences, speak to yourself, or write short comments.
Even 5 or 10 minutes a day makes a difference.
Consistency is key. Consistency means doing something regularly.
Listeners, consistency builds confidence.
In the final part, we will slow down, reflect, and share a calm and positive message to end today's lesson.
Stay with us. You're doing wonderfully. Welcome back, everyone. This is the final part of today's lesson. Let's slow down and reflect on what we learned together.
Yes, Lily. Today we talked about Donald Trump as a businessman and politician, but more importantly, we used his life story to learn English.
We learned that English doesn't need to be complicated to be effective.
Simple words, clear ideas, confidence, and emotion can make communication strong.
Listeners, think about how you felt during this lesson. Relaxed? Curious? Motivated?
Those feelings are important. When you feel calm and interested, learning becomes easier.
Let's review a few key ideas from today.
First, repetition helps memory.
Second, confidence matters more than perfection.
Third, emotion helps you remember words and expressions.
And finally, progress. Small progress is real success.
Learning English is not about being better than others. It's about being better than yesterday.
That's a beautiful thought, Alex.
Thank you, Lily. And listeners, take a deep breath. You're doing something great for yourself.
Now, let's move into our calm closing moment. Alex, when you think quietly, what good news do you feel inside?
I feel thankful. I feel hopeful. And I feel happy that we are learning English together.
That's beautiful. Sometimes the best good news is peace of mind.
Exactly. And listeners, remember, your English doesn't have to be perfect.
Progress is good news. Every word you learn is good news.
Final message to listeners. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future lessons.
That's right. And please share this episode with anyone you know who is also learning English.
It would mean a lot to us, and we'd love to hear from you.
So please leave a comment below telling us about your day in English or any other topics you'd like us to talk about in the future.
Yes, we read your comments and truly appreciate your feedback.
So until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone. Bye, Alex.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Lily.